Have you ever had one of those days where you felt like everything was just off? You didn't have it all together. You were running around like a chicken with their head cut off. You felt rushed, scrambled, and just plain frazzled by the end of the day. Do people who have tons of energy and are super excited and super motivated in the mornings at work, do those people drive you nuts? Are you the type of person where you have good energy in the morning, things are great, you're super productive in the morning, but by the end of the day, the fuel is gone and you feel like you're running on fumes? If you're feeling like that, it's probably because your morning routine might be off. I was just talking with a client out in Idaho who's a realtor, and we've been really honing in on her morning routine. And she commented on our last coaching call that, man, I feel good. I'm sticking to my morning routine on a regular basis. I'm getting things done, but I still feel a little frazzled with my schedule. So we may have a good morning routine, but because our schedule isn't quite where we need it to be, we can also feel like we're not getting things done or prioritize like we need to. So there's a couple things I wanted to talk about. One is if you don't have a morning routine, I've done a couple videos about morning routines, so check those out for sure, because morning routines are super important, super critical to be successful. I had another coaching client this week also tell me, you know what, instead of probably getting up at 6:30, I probably need to get up at 5:30 now to get everything done so I feel good and locked and loaded by the time I start work at 8:30. So if we need to back it up, we're going to have to, but double check your morning routine. Do we need to wake up a little bit earlier? What do we need to add into our morning routine? Do you need to add time to do some exercise, to do some yoga and stretching, to do devotions, to do gratitude journaling, to go take the dogs for a walk, eat a healthy breakfast, drink a big glass of water before we start our big cup of coffee? Trust me, you guys know I love my coffee. What are the things that you need to do in the mornings to get your mind, your body, and everything else right? And if you've got kids, that's going to throw some curves in there too. So plan that out well. The second thing I want to talk about is if you're still feeling frazzled because of your morning routine, it's good, but you're still not catching up. Let's take a look at your schedule. Are you planning your week out the entire week in advance? Are you putting time into your schedule for those things that you're not getting done? Maybe it's, you know what, I need to spend some more time recruiting, so you need to add an hour or two or 3 or 4 in your week just for recruiting. Are you blocking out time just for your income producing activities? Leaders, are you making time for your one-on-ones on a regular basis with your team members? Are you adding your shadow days and shadow time in there? Are you having your CEO Fridays? If you don't know what a CEO Friday is, I've also got another link. Make sure leaders, actually everybody needs CEO time on Fridays to make sure we're finishing strong the week, we're planning out the next week, make sure we're adding everything we need to in our schedules. The third thing I want to mention is to have a good morning routine, we also need to have a good nightly routine. Yep, you heard me. If you don't have a good morning routine and you don't have a good nightly routine, nothing's going to fit. It's kind of like yin and yang. We've got to have a balance. We've got to have a good morning routine and a good nightly routine. Parents with kids, you know the routine. Is your routine the routine of I'm going to eat, maybe work out, or maybe work out and then eat, and then I'm going to watch TV until 10:30, 11:30, maybe snooze on the couch? How's that working out for you? Probably not, is it? Highly recommend an evening routine. And this is something I loved to hear more about from one of our partners, Dana Potoff. And I loved listening to her evening routine that she has. One of my big takeaways, and that I tell all my coaching clients, is blue screen time before bed. Put the phone down. Something that I personally am working on quite a bit is trying not to be on my phone right before I go to bed. Put the phone away where you can't reach it, whether it's across the room. And so that means when your alarm goes off, you have to actually get up instead of keep hitting snooze as well. It's another great idea. In the mornings, I love my alarm. I have an Alexa in my room, and I love waking up listening to worship music, or you can wake up to listening to a great podcast. However, whatever you do, you need to make sure that you've got time where you're slowing things down before you go to bed. Before you lay your head on the pillow, we've got to make sure our mindset is in a good spot. I have a lot of clients who are doing a lot of visualization before they go to bed. I've got one client who is in the financial advising world, and he visualizes hitting forum. What's it look like to hit forum? How him and his team is going to celebrate? What's it going to look like when he walks across the stage at forum? All of those things. What are you thinking about before you close your eyes and try to go to bed? Hopefully these 3 tips were helpful for you. If you have any questions, please reach out. And if you need help with any of these 3 areas, reach out to me. A coach can totally help you get you building better habits to live a better and balanced professional and personal life. Until next time, make it a great day.